Okay, let's talk about something huge. What if there was a tax credit out there made just for businesses with tipped employees that almost nobody knows about? I'm serious. If you've ever looked at your payroll and felt like your team's amazing success with tips was somehow costing you money, then you're going to want to stick around for this.
So let's just get right to it. Think about this. Your customers tip your staff, right? That money goes straight from their pocket to your employees. So, why on earth are you paying payroll taxes on it? I mean, for most business owners, it just feels like, well, that's the cost of doing business. But what if I told you it doesn't have to?
And this, right here, this just nails the feeling, doesn't it? Your team is absolutely crushing it. Customers are thrilled, the tips are rolling in. I mean, that's the dream. But then, that payroll bill lands, and you see your tax bill going up and up right along with those tips. It's no wonder it feels like you're being punished for doing well.
So what's actually happening here? Well, it all comes down to FICA taxes. You know, Social Security and Medicare. As the employer, you've got to pay your share on all your employees' wages. And here's the kicker. The IRS says tips are wages. So more tips equals a bigger wage pool, which means, you guessed it, a bigger FICA tax bill for you.
And we're not talking about a small accounting mistake here. This is a major oversight. Let's dig into the real cost of not knowing about this, because it's staggering.
Okay, just look at this. It's wild. Some industry estimates say that a whopping 80 to 90% of businesses that are eligible for this credit just aren't claiming it. Seriously, let that sink in for a second. The huge majority of restaurants, salons, bars, you name it, that should be getting this money back are just not. So if this is new to you, trust me, you are in good company.
And this is the number that should make you sit up and pay attention. $11,000. And get this, that's the median refund found in some studies. It means half of the businesses that claimed it got even more than that. Just think for a second what an extra 11 grand or more could do for your business. That's new equipment, a big marketing push, maybe some serious bonuses for the team that earned those tips in the first place.
All right, so we've talked about the problem, and yeah, it's a big one. But here's the good news. There's a silver lining here. In fact, the IRS actually created a solution specifically for this problem.
And here it is, the FICA Tip Tax Credit. You might see it called IRS Section 45B. Now, let's be super clear why this is so powerful. It's a dollar-for-dollar credit. This is not a deduction, which just kind of lowers your taxable income a little bit. Nope, a credit directly slashes your tax bill. A $1,000 credit means you pay $1,000 less in tax, period. It's basically a refund for the FICA taxes you paid on your team's tips. So to put it as simply as possible, you get a credit for the payroll taxes you paid on your employees' tips. The government basically recognized, hey, these business owners are paying taxes on money that never even hit their bank account, and they created this credit to make it right. It's really that simple.
Okay, so this probably sounds pretty good, right? But the million-dollar question is, am I eligible? So let's dive in and see who this credit is really for.
So for years, this was kind of seen as a restaurant thing. You know, bars, restaurants, hospitality. That was the main group. But here's what's really important, and it's a game changer. The law changed. Eligibility has expanded. So now if you run a beauty salon, a hair salon, or pretty much any personal care service where tips are common, you could absolutely qualify.
All right, so you're thinking, hey, this might be me. The next question is obvious. How do I actually get my hands on this money? Look, I know dealing with the IRS can feel like a headache, but when you break it down, the path to claiming this credit is actually pretty straightforward.
It really comes down to 3 basic steps. First, you've got to review your records. Pull up that tip reporting data from your payroll. Second, you calculate. You figure out your share of FICA taxes on those eligible tips to see exactly how big your credit is. And third, you file. You get the right IRS forms filled out and claim that credit. You can do it on this year's return or even go back and amend past returns.
Now this is super important, so listen up. You can't wait forever on this. There's a time limit for claiming these refunds from past years. The general rule is you have 3 years from when you filed the return or 2 years from when you actually paid the tax, whichever one is later. The bottom line is the clock is ticking, especially on those older tax years. You've got to act. And I really want to stress this point. This isn't some shady loophole or a gray area. This is a legitimate tax credit put on the books by Congress specifically to help businesses just like yours. You're not trying to pull a fast one. You are simply claiming a credit that you've already earned. It's your money.
So let's just end with this thought. We know that tens of thousands of businesses are missing out.
we know the refund can easily be in the 5-figure range. The only real question left is, how much money is your business leaving on the table? It's probably time you found out.